Yo! So all my videos lately have been about microdosing psilocybin. And microdosing psilocybin's great. But do you know what's better than microdosing? Macrodosing. I just brewed up a cup of chaga mushroom tea. This shit was imported. Straight from the Arctic Circle. So pull up a chair. Cause it's story time. I'm going to tell you about one single realization I had during a very profound mushroom trip from a couple of years ago. The whole trip was very impactful and profound, but I'm going to just tell you about one little moment during the trip that's had a very lasting impact on me to this day. Now, in order to set this up, I have to give you some background on who I was as a person before this trip. I was someone who was in a hurry, especially when it came to driving. I like to drive fast. Why? I guess I was just somehow programmed to believe that I needed to be in a hurry. You know, get from point A to point B as fast as I could without getting a speeding ticket. And I did get a speeding ticket once, so then I bought a police radar detector. Always in a hurry, always shooting the gaps through traffic to get around cars, just dipping. It was so unconscious, you know? It's just how I was, what I did. Never really thought about it. And I'm sure others can relate. And this doesn't just have to do with driving either. I was always just someone who moved fast, walking, hiking, whatever, what have you. Think of it like somebody always trying to complete a task or a goal and not enjoying the journey of learning or traveling, but just trying to get there or get it done for whatever satisfaction that may bring them. Which I reckon is probably how we're programmed to behave through government schools, societal expectations, yada yada yada. Anyways, so to the mushroom journey. Some dear friends and myself are gearing up to go on a hike through a canyon with a very pleasant little stream that flows through the canyon. It was a hot day, so I figured I'd be spending a lot of time going in and out of the water. And even though the hike was going to be about 10 miles round trip and on a very rough walking surface, I'm like, fuck it, I'm wearing sandals. I'm going flip-flops, yo. So we get going, and the mushrooms I had just consumed started coming on really quick and strong. So I'm thinking, oh boy, here we go. This is going to be quite a journey. I start tripping pretty good. I'm super pumped on all the beauty around me, just in the midst of an amazing trip. I'm looking around, taking everything in, and just moving fast, per usual, on the trail. But then I start noticing sharp, stinging pains on my toes, feet, ankles, you know? And I realize there's just a bunch of prickly little plants on the trail, and I keep kicking them, and it's painful. You know, it's kind of inhibiting this great mushroom trip I'm having. Blowing my high, man. So while I'm in this super enhanced mind state, I come up with a solution to stop kicking prickly plants. A solution that will help me get back to really enjoying the journey I'm on. Slow down. Slow way down. So I can watch my step to avoid kicking prickly plants and be able to enjoy and take in all this beautiful scenery around me. And it worked beautifully. Me slowing down didn't have any negative consequences. We still got the hike done, and I personally really enjoyed the journey, not just the satisfaction that came from completing the hike. So the lesson I took from this is just that. Slow down and enjoy the journey. Not just during a mushroom trip, or just on a trail, but in general. Slow down and enjoy. Ever since this mushroom trip, I don't drive fast anymore. I'm not in a hurry anymore. Wherever I'm going, I get there just fine without rushing. Speeding from point A to point B maybe saves a couple of minutes in a day, but it's not worth it if you're not enjoying the ride. Anyways, I know this story or the lesson that came with it could be perceived as fairly insignificant to some, but to me, the power of the magic mushroom lies in their ability to highlight the little things in your life that you may be overlooking, or something minor in your world that needs your attention that you just weren't conscious of. Anyways, that's it for now. Stay hydrated.